भुक्ति मुक्तिदायकम् पुण्यनाम कीर्तनम्. Sorry. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Friends, sufficient introduction. Yesterday we gave very crucial topic. This is Ahankara, Vigarhanam. Sri Rama Bhagavan is teaching us as to how to think and know. In that 2 minutes back discussion, what we try to understand is, as a Vedantic students of Upanishads, when Siddhanta Rupena, we understand everything as Brahman. Are we experiencing that? No. What are we expressing? Experiencing is the Lord somewhere unknown, unseen, the world in front of us, other than us. The people in the world are also against us, opposite to us. Toward them, we have the relation of Shatrumitradi through Raga Dvesha. And towards ourselves also, we have the feeling of this Upadhi Tadatmyata, therefore limited. Now, when I am Brahman, how come these many variety of contrary experiences coming to me? The basis of all of that is Ahankara. That Ahankara is the one which is holding its own limitations with the Upadhi, Tadatmya. It is maintaining the distance from the world. It is dividing the world into the Mitra Shatru. This is the one keeping away the divinity also from us. Yeki ek Shatru hai Baba. Somehow, if this can be eliminated, uh, everything is achieved. In every of the Shastras, finally, the Guru was to say something is only this one they say. Any of the Shastra we read, in Bhagavad Gita also, so many places, Ahankaram, Balam, Dharmam, everywhere. Nirmamo Nirahankara Sashanti Madhigachati. Dekho, in second chapter, toward the end, the Sthita Prajna Lakshana, the Moksha Sthiti told, for last one is this, Nirmamo Nirahankara Saha Shanti Madhigachati, Esha Brahme Sthiti Partha, Nainam Brapi Muhyati. In Ramana Maharshi's book, Upadesha Saram, he's a good follower of Yoga Vaashishtha. Final thing, Aham Apetakam Nija Vibhanakam Mahadidam Tapaha. Idam Mahat Tapaha. The greater than the greatest tapa is removal of this Ahankara Chota. Then only the real Aham, the self Brahman, is revealed. Okay, so with the help of this guidance given by Rama, we'll just try to objectify the Ahankara ego in us and knowing what is the food for it. In this shloka, in this portion, in many shlokas, Bhagavan will tell us. By rationing the food given to this Ahankara, will make it thin and lean and ultimately lean in God. Let us see. As I said, everything can be understood, but not this topic. Challenge that if you understand, simple thing is you are jhoot bol rahe. With that idea, yesterday we have done the chanting. We start seeing the meaning. पहला श्लोक क्या था कि मुधैवाभ्युत्थितो मोहात् मुधैव परिवर्धते मिथ्यामयेन भीतोऽस्मि दुरहंकार शत्रुना. See that powerful sayings of Rama here. How many things he said here? This ahankara, mohat abhyuttita. It is born out of delusion. And for what purpose? Mudha eva. For no purpose, substantial. Bekar mein. Mudha means bekar mein. Unnecessarily. So mohat mudha abhyuttita. Out of delusion for no substantial purpose, this ego has arisen. Point one has risen. Second, again, mudha eva mohat parivardate. Again, because of delusion only, mudha eva, without any useful substantial purpose, this ego goes on parivardate, growing, expanding, deepening, and strengthening. दो बातें हो गई. Third one is what? Mithyamayena. And this ahankara, on its highest inquiry, would be found to be not at all there. But now it is appearing. Then that which is not there all the time appears only at one time. That is called as a mithya. Therefore, mithyamayena. And this ahankara is what? Durahankara. Dura means dushta. It has nothing to give us other than dukkha. That durahankara, therefore, shatruna. This is a shatru. By this durahankara shatru, bhitaha asmi. Dekho, I am not afraid of any outer shatrus. I am afraid of inner shatrus. And not also the inner shatrus, as everybody point out as kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. More dangerous than all these six are the owner of all these six, the maintainer of all these, called as ahankar. So सबसे बड़ा शत्रु अहंकार. So दुरहंकार शत्रुना मिथ्यामयेन दुरहंकार शत्रुना aham भीतः अस्मि. As I was saying, so difficult to catch this statement of Rama, state of understanding of Rama, especially in such topics. That ahankara, to propitiate which we even forget God, we even deny our respect, reverence to parents, we even devalue all our relations, whom we all friends etc. we cheat. That ahankara जो हम maintain करते हैं, that for Rama is a shatru. भीतोस्मि मोहेन मुधा अभ्युत्थितः मोहेन मुधा परिवर्तते मायामय. I am afraid of this one. In the infinite pure self, this ahankara leher comes only to give dukkha to us. So, again, mudha eva abhiuttitah mohat, mudha eva parivardate, mithyamayena mohena, mithyamayena bhitosmi durahankara shatruna. Are Baap re. Ahankara is the shatru. Can't explain also such topics. Each one has to deeply feel within. What is differentiating me from the world, from the God? What is taking me towards doing all adharma, negative? What is that which is identifying with upadhis and making me limited? Ahankara only. That's why yesterday we gave you the example of rope taken as snake has no problem at all, because rope is not poisonous, it won't bite. But taking snake as the rope is all this danger only. It's only question of time, it just bites and we die. That is the ahankara taken as important. Okay, it's that further contemplate. Bhagavan Rama's teachings we continue. He says, Ahankara Vashadeva Dosha Kosha Kadarthatam Dadati Dina Dina Nam Samsaro Vividha Krutihi. So, Ahankara Vashadeva Dosha Kosha Kadarthatam Dadati Dina Dina Nam Samsaraha Vividha Krutihi. See that language also there of Yoga Vaashishtha is very very subtle. वाल्मीकि जी रामायण की तरह उतना इजी नहीं लिखा इस भाषा को. ओके. संसारः ददाति. This samsara, the day to day life, dadati, gives us. And to whom it gives us, and what it gives us, and because of what it gives us. Who gives? Samsara. To whom and what? Because of what. So samsara gives. To whom it gives? Dina Dinanam. Dina Dinanam is those are ignorant, those have the dinata of the ajnana. For those dina dinanam, samsara dadati. What it gives? Dosha kosha kadarthatam. Dosha kosha kadarthatam means what? Dosha kosha, the big kosha, the treasury of all the doshas. And kadartha means the Vishaya Lampatatva and doing all the papadi karma. And now this samsara gives Vivida Akriti in various shapes. So samsara Vivida dosha kosha kadartatam dadati dina dinanam. Vivida Akriti samsara. The world samsara Vividhakriti, which takes different shapes, gives the dadati dina dinanam for ignorant people, dosha kosha and kadartatham. So it gives the treasury of the doshas, and kadartata means doing all the papa. Dosha kosha is inside and kadartata doing the sinful life outside. Why it is giving? Because of whom it is giving is ahankara vashat. Now, how to understand this one? It's a very typical way. Rama contemplated in a contemplative way only is telling us to understand it. We also have to be in that mood of contemplation. So, I am in this world. I am ignorance of my essential self. Therefore, the ego came to me. Because of this ego only, this world is giving me all the dosha kosha and giving me all the kadartata. Means all the doshas in me, all the negativities. What are the doshas? The raga, dvesha, kama, krodadi. Kadartata, because of that, doing all the papadi. So in this world, I am there. You know? I can be in this world with love. That is guna kosha. Service, that is guna kosha. Forgiveness to others, guna kosha, they are all. Instead of that, in this world I am there with a dosha kosha. Kosha means treasure of the hatred or vengeance or kama, krodha, raga, dvesha. Who is giving this to me? This world to me. Is this world giving these things only to everyone? No. Then there are some Mahatmas, great saints and sages. To them, this world doesn't give this dosha kosha, this kadartata. Why it doesn't give? Because they don't have the ajnanam. Why they don't have ajnanam? Because they don't have ahankara. It is both ways. अहंकार नहीं है इसलिए अज्ञान नहीं है, या अज्ञान नहीं है इसलिए अहंकार नहीं है, और they have jnanam, therefore there is no ahankara, therefore this samsara is not taking with akara to give them dosha kosha kadartata. So in this world an egoistic fellow behaves with so many of the doshas inside. When the ego is not there, ahankara, that doshas of raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, shatra, mitra, kadartata is behaving with these negativities in the work, in the way of papa and adharma. वो होगा ही नहीं, एक अहंकारी ये सब दे रहे हैं मुझे. हम्म. फिर से देखो, इट्स वेरी पोएटिक है ना, ये कुछ कुछ बातें हिंदी में कहना अपने मातृभाषा में समझ में अच्छा आता है, भारतीय भाषा में. Like the father giving the child, ले लो बेटा पैसे, or mother giving, ले लो रखो. In this way, the samsara is giving dosha kosha. ले लो this whole treasure of all doshas to you. To him it is giving dina dina nam. Why ahankara vasha? So ahankara maintained, therefore jnanam is not gained. To that ahankari, now he is become dina dina. To that dina dina ahankari, this samsara is giving him treasury. Treasury of dosha kosha. अब इसके साथ जियो तुम. And this ahankari, no gunas, only doshas now. And because of that, the kadartata, the papa, adharma is doing. So, in such a beautiful world where everything has to be seen as divine, we are only having all negative thoughts and negative actions. only because of ahankara maintaining itself, not allowing itself to be removed through the ज्ञानम. इतने बातें एक श्लोक में बताया. अहंकारवशात एव दोषकोश कदर्थथा ददाति दीन दीनानाम संसारः विविध आकृति. विविध आकार वाला ये संसार दोषों को दे रही है अहंकार के कारण अज्ञानी दीन दीनों को. Then it's a very big subject. It can be elaborated for hours together. Is it not? Like when you see in the world any of the objects, what are they? Are divine expression, God ka divine expression. But do we look at it like that? No. We look at with some kavana with it and a bhoga buddhi towards it. So Vividha Akriti he means the world of various akaras. The fruits are there, the eatables are there, the other objects are there, people are there. Vividha Akriti wala samsara mane samne. It is nothing but Bhagavan in that form actually. But when we look at it with the dosha drushti. What is the dosha drushti? दृष्टि में दोष है कि ये मेरे लिए भोग्य वस्तु है. This I have to possess is etc. So this Vividha Akriti samsara giving this dosha koshata to me. Why? Because of ahankar. For a nirahankari, he becomes jnani. For a jnani, everything is Paramatma. Because everything is Paramatma, there is no dosha kosha of seeing the world with any ragadvesha, kama, krodha, bhoga, muddhi. वेरी पावरफुल श्लोकास. मुझे इतना मजा आ रहा है इन श्लोकों में ना. राम जी का वे ऑफ थिंकिंग, पुटिंग इट, लैंग्वेज एंड टेस्टिंग एंड चेकिंग आवर इंटेलेक्ट. हम क्या समझ पाते हैं कि इस श्लोकों को. इट इज नॉट एज डायरेक्ट एज सिंपल एनी अदर शास्त्र यू हैव सीन. अध्यात्म रामायण इतना आराम था, पढ़ते ही समझ में आता था और इमीडिएटली भूल जाते थे. हमको कोई डिफिकल्टी नहीं था भूल जाने में, क्योंकि तुरंत समझ में आती. इसको भूलने में टाइम लगता है, इनको भूलने के लिए पहले समझना है, समझने के लिए टाइम. It is very difficult to forget Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana because it takes more time to understand. अहङ्कारवशादेव संसारः विविध आकृति संसारः दीन दीनानां ददाति. किं ददाति? दोष कोश कदर्थतां ददाति. The kadarthata of doing papa and adharma backed by the treasury of all the doshas of ragadvesha kama krodha bhoga buddhi ityadi. See how deeply he has analyzed and went to the root of the problems. That is why the root cause called ahankara is not eliminated by discovering our oneness in the total aham paramatma. We can never avoid samsara relapsing. We can never avoid doshas relapsing. We can never avoid the kadarthata, the papa jivanam, the dushta jivanam, adharma jivanam. है ना, जब तक अहंकार है. इसलिए भक्ति ज्ञान के द्वारा अहम को शून्य बनाना और दिस अहम के द्वारा ईश्वर ही व्यक्त होना. नॉट मी एंड माय ओन राग द्वेष एंड ऑल. टफ सब्जेक्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड. Vedanta looks to be easy to understand, but in the Vedanta this topic appears so difficult, but this is the main topic because it is such a powerful thing, subjective. I never understand that I the ego is the cause for me to not realize my own self. क्योंकि इट लुक्स कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी, इट लुक्स टू बी अनएक्सेप्टेबल, नॉन अंडरस्टैंडेबल. मेरे अंदर के आत्म तत्व को जानने के लिए मैं ही, मेरा अहंकार ही विघ्न है. इसको समझना असंभव होता है. बिकॉज हियर आई एम द परस्यूअर, आई एम द गोल, आई एम द ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन. है ना. द परस्यूइंग मी को दिस obstructing ego appears to be the goal, which I will never be able to recognize it. Very tough it is. ओहो, बट राम जी ने पता कर लिया. सो मुधा एव अभ्युत्थितः मुधा एव परिवर्धते. देन दुरहंकार शत्रुणाम विद्यामयनम भीतोस्मि. above shloka here he very clearly says the whole samsara gives dosha kosha kadartata to the ajnana dina dina ahankara vashat. अहङ्कारवशादेव दोषकोशकदर्थतां दीनदीनानां संसारः विविधाकृति संसारः ददाति. तो सोचो, लगाओ, कॉन्टेम्पलेट करो. हिम्मत है इन बातों को समझने का. चैलेंज इट इज. See, mana buddhi chitta, objectifying them and saying there is dosha in it and I am troubled by it is relatively easy. May not accept it, may not change it, but समझ में आता है, अरे मेरे मन में ये बुराइयां हैं, मेरे बुद्धि ऐसे गलत सोच रही है, मेरे चित्त में सारे बुरे वासनाएं हैं. इजी है, पता चल जाता है. बट मैं ही मेरे लिए शत्रु हूँ, डिफिकल्ट. Isn't it? The aham is the one which is pampering and destroying all these three. इसको समझ में नहीं आता हमको. Difficult it is. A different subtle intellect required. Anyway, like that. Now देखो next श्लोका. How many things Rama goes on saying? अहंकार वशादापत अहंकारात दुराधयः अहंकार वशात इहाहतु अहंकारो ममामय. क्या पावरफुल श्लोक है. मैंने बताया आपको पहले ही. If you are able to understand what I am saying, and when I ask you, have you understood? And if you not did say that we have understood, it means you are telling lies even today also. Because of the simple reason that when I am talking on to you on this subject, मैं खुद ही नहीं. Because it needs different level of mind, intellect, subtlety and calmness to grasp there. लिटरल मीनिंग कह सकते हैं श्लोकार्थ, बट क्या उसका महसूस हुआ अंदर? डिड वी फील द डेप्थ ऑफ इट? दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, टू मोर श्लोकास विल डू. वन, अहंकार अवशात आपत. आपत मीन्स all the dangers, all risks, all problems, all difficulties come in our life because of ahankar. That is why humorously it is said, in this problem when I have, in this world when I have all problems, why these so many problems are there to be in the world? Because I am there. Because if I am not there, world is, problems are not at all there to me. I am there, therefore problems. To me and because of me to the world. Simple proof, when I am in Nidra, Aham is in the Sushupti Avastha. Isn't it? Neither to problem to me nor to the world. Because of. But when I wake up, what is the waking up? Who is waking up? Ahankara only. Then I start having problems and I start creating problems. That is why that's a very subtle Vedantic sentence. Very difficult to catch. What is that? I have problem is absolutely wrong sentence. The correct sentence is I am problem. That am thoda grammatically correct karo. I is problem. Isn't it? The real I am ke liye I is the problem. So grammatically, just put it. So I don't have problems. Then I am the problem. This I in me is the problem. If it can be subdued, surrendered, धर्मानुष्ठान करना और कर्तृत्व भोक्तृत्व को ईश्वरार्पण करना, ध्यान में शुद्ध ब्रह्म रूपी हमको पहचानने का कोशिश करना. इन दीज थ्री अटैक्स, थ्रू दीज थ्री वेज ऑफ अटैकिंग, द अहम हैज टू बी डिसॉल्व्ड. I am not there. If I am there, I am there as Brahman. If I am there, I am there as the instrument of Lord. If I am there, I am there only to perform my duties. Other than that, I am not there. Now I am there other than God or Brahman. I am there with my own desires and I am there with all doing kadartata papa dharma. You understood? And that is the cause of all problems. Ahankara vashat apadu. This one sentence is one day discussion, 2-3 hours discussion. Key in our life. The dangers, the risks, the problems. We invoke, especially with the people of misunderstanding, fightings, is it not because of ahankara? One is aham aham, kara. Second, that ahankara identifies upadhi, apna rubab jabana, like the husband. The aham in him and identify with the husbandhood, which is like a poisonous serpent. He creates such a havoc for that wife Bechari. She is suffering and he will also suffer later on. Son, he has got his own ahankar. I am your son. Only two things as a son of you. One, I will never listen to you, whatever you say. Two, everything you have to give me what I ask. That ahankar of the child will make the parents pathetically miserable. I am explaining the sentence ahankara vashat apadu. All the apadas come because of ahankar. Isn't it? That overpowering or overwhelming ahankar of the boss, instead of hinting and setting right the subordinate, he will shout at him. The subordinate becomes more stubborn or leaves and goes. So too, because of the ahankara, the subordinate also, instead of responding to the boss's remarks, in changing himself his attitude, he says, "I'll not work with you, I'll go." दोनों के अहंकार everywhere in the whole two countries are fighting because the ahankara of the presidents, their prime ministers, whole nation, two companies fighting, two relations fighting, two brothers. Why? अहंकार से ही सर्व आपद है. You know, इसलिए in Punjab, they keep that special places. Whenever I used to see in the beginning days, I used to feel touched. Nirankari Satsang Bhavan, they used to write. They write. Nirankari means Nirahankari. But they look to be more ahankari than anyone. विचित्र है कि नहीं? मजा आता है अभी देख करके. निरहंकारी होना चाहिए, निरहंकारी. हाँ को खा लेते हैं वो लोग, वो पंजाबी लैंग्वेज चोड़म तोड़म लैंग्वेज है ना. निरहंकारी सत्संग भवन, संत निरहंकारी सत्संग ऐसे लिखे रहते. निरंकार, निरंकार कहते हैं. एक्चुअली अहंकार होना नहीं, उनको गुरु की सेवा में, गुरु का सेवा अहंकार राहित्य से ही होता है. उस तरह वो लिखते हैं. बट देयर लाइक सन्यासी, मैं सन्यासी हूँ. अरे सन्यासी को पहले हम छोड़ना चाहिए. बट मैं सन्यासी हूँ, इसमें हम छोड़ा ही नहीं. इट इज लाइक दैट. So therefore, wherever I am in problem, danger, risk, understand it was because of ego. Ahankara vashad apadu. All apadas. We fall into trap of problems. Big subject it is. We have to give lot of examples and proofs. We gave few of them. The most common example in India is, I give you this very frequently. He is coming this way from with car, came this way car. थोड़ा सा पास में है, लगे भी नहीं. अब दोनों ड्राइवर्स उतर कर दे फाइट लेफ्ट एंड राइट. कुछ भी नहीं हुआ उधर, बट दोनों में इतना अहंकार घमंड है that they make a issue and hold traffic jam. This never happens in the Pahadi area because they have to suppress their ahankar. That even the other fellow has come in wrong way, he will stop, hint at it and smile and go. Because in the Ghat road of Pahadis, इतने turns होते हैं with the earlier persons fighting with that earlier person. If I maintain that ahankara, I will be falling in the valley in the next step. Next step. Therefore, they just smile and they do the horn 20 times they do, one time they miss. That time only there is a risk. But the other fellow understands. मेरे से भी गलती होती है. Then वो अहंकारी नहीं होते हो. Otherwise, some narrow road, thousands of vehicles going this way and that way. If they are ahankari, everybody will fall in the river only. Alakananda. They smile. They say, रुक के तुमको हार्न मारना था, क्यों नहीं मारना तुमने? इवन से मैं मारा था, मैं तुमको सुना ही नहीं. अब ये देखो एंडलेस. इन द सिटीज ये गड़बड़ होता है अहंकार. एंड द बिगेस्ट डिपिक्शन ऑफ अहंकार इज, अब थोड़ा कम हुआ in our parliaments and assemblies. How that ruling party, opposition party, instead of sitting and sorting out issues and taking the country ahead, चप्पला फेंकते हैं, टेबला तोड़ते हैं, माइका तोड़ते हैं, सब. You have seen it. That is why there is no field where there are no problems. And in every field, the common problem, cause of all problem is ahankara vashad apad. You may be in the Himalayan heights of ashramas, but there also गुरु शिष्य और शिष्य शिष्य लड़ाई, क्योंकि अहंकार नामक वायरस वहां में है. ये जो समझना है वेरी डीप है ये. All the miseries, problems, dangers, risks I am invoking because of my ego. Now how difficult it is to understand accept, क्योंकि वो अहंकार ही बीच में आता है कि एक्सेप्ट करने नहीं देता. इसी को अहंकार कहते. And this aham works in thousands of ways. In so many ways. It is very funny it is. अब कुछ एग्जाम्पल मैं बताऊंगा तो it will be like hurting. It will be like, directly pointing out. Isn't it? So therefore we avoid giving such examples. One of the way of Ahankara's expression is showing the humbleness outside, not knowing what is the meaning of the humbleness or surrender. Isn't it? Like if I am humble and surrendering to my Gurudev, it is not by doing namaskar to him. Generally we think this is what is my devotion to you when I take Matha Teko to you. No. When I am really humble and surrender to him, I can't decide anything for myself. Even if I decide, I will tell him, I will ask him whether my decision is correct or not. Then he says, you are right, go ahead. Or he says, he gives an improved edition. Better thing he will tell. Like if you ask me, Swamiji, I want to go to temple now. If you tell me I am going, I can't do anything because you are saying खबरदार मैं जा रहा हूँ हिम्मत है तुम्हारा मुझे पूछने को. But if you ask me, I tell, अरे today's Purnima hai. Little late if you go to the temple in that Chandamama's light, you will enjoy seeing it. Right now, don't miss the class. I will tell like that. Isn't it? पौर्णिमा के रात में मंदिर जाओ कितना आनंद रहता है. अब क्लास छोड़कर क्यों जाना. क्लास करो फिर जाओ बाद में. I give you better idea, no? And definitely it's better whether you accept or not. Better both ways. You can attend the class also. You will enjoy the moonlight also. Like that I am saying. Ahankara comes in the form of humbleness only. In the form of showing of humbleness. Isn't it? I'm telling in the Guru Shishya relation. Everywhere it is so. That is why tough to understand, more tough to accept and impossible to give up. हम सब कुछ छोड़ने को तैयार होते हैं अहंकार नहीं. Many examples we can see. People for the sake of ahankara gave up the wife husband relation, parents children relation, brother brother relation for the whole life only for ego. कत्ल किए लोग अहंकार की वजह से. राज्य को भी नाश किया. सीधा अहंकार ऑफ दी इजराइल. हाउ मच इन दैट गाजा में खत्म सत्यानाश. अहंकार ऑफ द रशिया ऑन दिस यूक्रेन. एंड यूक्रेन कोई कम नहीं है वो. ही इज ऑल्सो डूइंग 2 years हो गया आज को कल को 24 फरवरी 2 साल हो गए. अहंकार ओनली. कितनी तबाही हुई वहां बाप रे. Not only to human, how many animals, trees, birds might have been destroyed. ये सब पाप ऐसे थोड़ी नहीं छोड़ जाएगा वो. Whoever are involved in that, supporting in that, giving arms ammunition, सबको भगवान अंदर करें. Isn't it? Like why most of the non-Arabic Islamic countries suffer, like Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, because they unnecessarily troubled the honesty, goodness, the Sanatana Dharma Hindus. Therefore, they will suffer only till they realize their mistake. In us also, we will do wrong, think wrong. Like if I think wrong of the harm for others, I also suffer. Bhagavan will not spare just me because I am a Swami. I will be punished more. अहंकार की बात हो रही है. अहंकार वशादेव आपद. क्लियर. Then ahankarat duradhaya. All the mental diseases, adi means The here apada means outer dangers, bodily diseases, etc. You can add. Apada means adaya means the mental worries, anxieties, tensions, the restlessnesses, the uncontrollable desires, angers. इस सबको मानसिक रोग कहते हैं, जिसको आधि कहते हैं. What is उत्पत्ति स्थान for all of them? अहंकार वशादेव. This aham creates all of them and maintains all of them. So ahankaravashat, apatu ahankaravashat, duradhaya, durada means the dushta adhyaya is mental all imbalances. Minds all negative thoughts, emotions, attitudes, intentions. Then ahankaravashat iha, all destroying desires. Iha means desires. Only because of ahankar. कामनाएं अहंकार को ही होते हैं. पूर्ण हम रूप परमात्मा को there is no desire because everything is yellow. अहंकार वशाद इहातु then therefore भगवान राम कहते अहंकार मम आमयः. The only disease with which I am suffering is ahankara. It can be put other way. This will come little later also. Ki ahankara is the one which creates another disease. You know what is the disease? Mama. These two go together. The ahankara says ये मेरा नहीं है. In turn, that mamata strengthens this ahankar. It is like UPA. सब गठबंधन मिल जाते हैं अच्छाई को तबाह करने के लिए. So in this way, ahankara mamakar, unproductive alliance. ममा आमया मीन्स मेरा जनरल डिसीज अहंकार है, वो एक बात है. दूसरा मीनिंग अहंकार है द वन व्हिच क्रिएट्स द डिसीज कॉल्ड एज ममा. You know, then once something is mama, other is not mama. Towards whatever mama, I have raga. Not mama, dvesha. Because of raga, mitrata. Because of dvesha, shatruta. Because of mitrata, any nonsense I tolerate. Because of shatruta, any goodness I don't accept. In both ways, I do wrong. That's why my aramora torate maya. Jehi basakin hi jiva nikaya. सारे निकाय मीन समुदाय. जीव निकाय मीन जीव समुदाय. टू ऑल द जीवास हु इज द वन पुटिंग द वश में माया. इन व्हाट वे? मयारु तोर तोर तय, मयारु मोर तोर तय. मैं और मेरा, तुम और तेरा, ये दो चार रूपों में माया प्रकट कर सबको बांधती है, अपने वश में डालते. मय्यर मोर तोर तय माया, जही बस की निहि जीव निकाय. एंड व्हाट इज माया? जहाँ गो गोचर जहाँ लगी मन जाए, सो सब माया जाने हूँ भाई. बढ़िया से राम जी कहते लक्ष्मण जी को. सो अहंकार वशाद आपत, अहंकार वशाद दुराधय, अहंकार वशाद यह अहंकारो मम आमय. कितना स्टडी किया राम जी ने, उनको प्रणाम करना है बाबा, थैंक यू कहना है भैया. क्लियर? एंड द लास्ट वन इज कि तमहंकारमाश्रित्य परमं चिरवैरिणं न भुंजे न पिबामि अम्भः किमु भोगान् भुजे मुने. Again another typical Rama style of very sublime saying. Only Rama Kripa will make us understand these subtle things. He says, Tam ahankaram ashritya. And taking the support of that ahankara, which is paramam chiravairinam, which is the extreme and eternal enemy to me. Taking the support of that extreme and eternal enemy called as ahankara, I don't even want to eat the food, na pibami, I can't even take a drink water to survive myself. Then kimu bhogan bhuje, then how can I enjoy all the bhogas, O Muni? जीवन जीने के लिए आवश्यक भोजन पानी ही मैं मना कर रहा हूं. Because they are for this ahankara which is paramam chiravairi. The ordinary food and drink to survive it, I am not allowing to consume. I am not consuming. How can I take bhogan? with which the Ahankara Shatru becomes more and more stronger. This is what I said yesterday. No? मतलब ऑर्डिनरी खाना खाना पानी पीने से ही ये अहंकार वैरी शत्रु becoming stronger with so many of the bhogas which are offered to me. If I consume them, this ahankara vairi enemy become more stronger only. With this wisdom, ordinary bhojana jala वही छोड़ दिया मैंने. You know, Rama is not eating, not drinking. 100 times Kausalya ji, others push him to have make them happy. Little he will eat and throw, keep it away. भोजन पानी भी छोड़ दिया उन्होंने अहंकार. That is what same Parikshit Raja. Because of hunger and thirst only, that ego in him made him put the dead snake in that Shamika Rishi's gale mein. Then his son Shrungi has cursed him. 7 days mein you will die. Then he realized the Ahankara because of Annapana did this Baba. He gave up Annapana. That is called as Prayopavesha. Till died, till the death comes, not eating, not drinking. Anashan till death. He died, he was like that 7 days. In those 7 days, he heard Bhagavatam, realized the God. He left the body by his choice. Then that dead body minus the Parikshit was there, to which that Takshaka came and has given the biting. बस हो गया एक क्षण में. So ordinary food and drink only to survive I am not giving to this Aham, which is Chiravairi. How can I give the Bhogadi? This sthiti nobody is understanding. Oh Guru, I am putting it in front of you because you know that. आपको समझ में आएगा मेरी समस्या. Like many samasyas of the youngsters, parents don't understand. They are in their own mood. But their Mahatmas, Gurus are there. Oh, they understand Manastattva Shastram, the psychology, the spirituality, the general life at different ages, and Shastra Jnanam, what is the world going through now. All these the Mahatmas know. Therefore, they understand the youngsters, their problems, inner and outer. लिटिल बिट दे हिंट देने ना बेटा हमें समझ में आ गया ये है शायद तुम्हारा समस्या इसका ये उत्तर हो सकता है कोशिश करो. Children are not problem. Children have problems. We should be able to understand them. Anyway, so the topic is अहंकार वश में ही आपद है आधियां है इहाएं होते हैं all the bad desires etc. And this is mama amaya. Then such ahankara which is chiravairi for the sake of affair of it. Even water food only I am taking. How can I enjoy the bhoga? Hey Guru, tell me. In this way, samsara rajani dirgha maya manasi mohini tata ahankara doshena kirate neva vaguraha. And this ahankara is the one जैसे किरात वो जाल फेंक कर फंसाता है हमको मन नामक इस रात्रि में फंसा रहा है. थोड़ा वेरी सबलाइम श्लोका इट इज. टुमारो वी विल स्टडी ये चैप्टर आई टोल्ड यू 3-4 दिन लगेगा. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. आज इतना काफी. Just keep listening, it will click. Narayan. Sutta Samhita Yoga Vaashishtha were in my mind from many years. Yoga Vaashishtha तो हम पढ़ रहे हैं. मजेदार टेक्स्ट. These two are स्मृति ग्रंथास. तत्र सूर्योवाकं नेमावतिं तस्मिन् नमो मंगलगुरुराम ब्रह्म दासरता. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेवादि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्य ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता गण की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतना की जय. सदगुरुदेव भगवान की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मृति राम राम। हमें में आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक से उपासक जिज्ञासु मुक्त गण की जय। बोलो भाई भारत माता की जय, सनातन धर्म की जय, वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय, आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय। यस, कंटिन्यू टुमारो। हरि ओम।